What day is it today? Today is Friday, July 24th. How are we like over halfway through 2020 already? Like where did 2020 go? Like what? Oh my gosh. Like how are we in like almost August of 2020? Claire just turned 1 in March and now she's going to be 15 months. Like what? Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. We're going to be talking about my July favorites. Where did 2020 go? Focus, focus, focus. Okay guys, so we're talking about my July 2020 favorites, and I feel like I have such a really long list because I haven't done a favorites video in so long, and I feel like this has just been long coming. The last favorites video I did was in April, and I just decided maybe I should start doing this quarterly. And what quarterly means is one every 3 months. So like I would do January through March, and then I would do April through June, and then July through September, and then October through December. Although I'm kind of like off, so maybe I'll post one July, August. So I'll have to post one at the end of September, just to kind of like play catch up. I can't think today. I need more coffee. I haven't even had coffee yet. I've had tea because hey guys. So we're talking about my July favorites today. There have been quite a few products that I have put up on my channel that you guys have seen. So you guys saw like my mom, and she was sitting down with me and we were talking about like a full face of product, a full face. 4 items under $25. Go check out that video. And then I also did, you know, some new Makeup Revolution collabs that were released like earlier this year / like during COVID, so nobody really talked about them, like the Roxxar collab with Makeup Revolution, the Patricia Bright palette, and then I got some BoxyCharm items. So I kind of wanted to sit down, go through what I've been trying out over the past like couple of months. So this is more like a May, June, July favorites video, so you guys can kind of see what I have been trying out. So let's go into this. We're just going to start off with the first thing that comes to mind, and that is primer. We have the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Primer, and I actually just did a video on this where I tested out the Pretty Fresh Primer with the new ColourPop Pretty Fresh Medium to Full Coverage Foundation, and you guys can go see that video. I will link it in the eye for you. And anyway, so getting back to this primer, it actually has hyaluronic acid in it, and I did use it for my foundation today. So it is a primer that I have been using every single day, even if it's a primer before I prime, if that makes sense. So this foundation is very moisturizing, it's nourishing, and it has a little bit of a coconut scent to it. But I have found that when I use this in combination with the ColourPop foundation, oh my goodness, wow, like absolutely gorgeous, stunning look. But I feel like the hyaluronic acid in this really just does it. It plumps my skin the way that it's supposed to. And sometimes I feel like I don't get that kind of effect with my actual 2% hyaluronic acid. So it must just be the other ingredients that are in here. It is a great primer because it moisturizes, it preps your skin, it fills in my nasty pores on my nose, and it plumps very, very well. So this primer is on the #1 for me. This was so good this month, this month, because I just tried it, and it's amazing. Speaking of other primers, I actually found this primer from Kelly Gooch's channel. It is the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer, and this primer is $4.90, and you can buy it on Sephora. But this is a silicone primer / moisturizer is what it says. So you can use it either on its own or as a makeup primer, and that really is interesting to me. But it has like a white base, but it is a silicone primer, so it fills your pores, it preps your skin really, really well, and it actually doesn't leave any kind of like weird residue on my skin. I find that it works really, really well with some of the foundations that I have been using as of recently. $4.90. This is amazing. A really great primer for like $4.90, and it's only an ounce. So I mean, like, but you're getting your money's worth out of this primer. So you can find it on Sephora. Right now you can't find it on Ulta. I'm sorry guys. And then for foundation, over the past couple of months, I have just been loving one like over and over and over again, and not a lot of people rave about it, and I've actually been thinking about doing a unpopular makeup opinion, and the unpopular makeup opinion is of this foundation right here. This is the Skin Milk from CoverGirl Cosmetics, and I love the Skin Milk. Actually, Kelly Gooch talked about this on her channel as well. I've been watching a lot of her channel lately. I just love her personality. There's another video about small YouTuber tag coming out, so go check that out when it comes. Anyway, back to what I was saying. This is the Skin Milk from CoverGirl, and I absolutely love it just as an everyday foundation. And it's not really like a foundation, but it's not really a BB cream either. It's like in between, and you can mix it with other foundations that work really, really well together. And the thing that I absolutely love about the Skin Milk is that it leaves this like dewy finish without feeling wet, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like some foundations, they just don't sit on your skin the way that they should, and they just feel like they're caked on, that they're just there and wet all the time, that they just don't set down. And this foundation right here is absolutely beautiful if you wear it on its own. It's super dewy, super gorgeous. If you pair it with another foundation like what I did today, it gives it like this really pretty finish to it, and it's just kind of like natural, subtle beautifulness. I don't even know how to explain it, but it does. It has a great finish to it on its own or mixed with other primers. It adds a little bit more of a dew to your face if you just mix it with another foundation. I almost said primer. And then we have this little beauty right here. I love this foundation so much, and I think it was the best money I ever spent on a foundation. It was $16 from, where did I get it? I got it from Ulta Beauty, because it actually was on Ulta Beauty's website and available for purchase before it was on the ColourPop website, which it doesn't really make sense to me, but anyway. So I was able to get the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation, and I did a full review on it, so go check out that video. It's in the same one with the ColourPop primer. And this foundation, it's dewy. It has a really great, amazing medium coverage. Actually, it's more like medium full coverage, like really, really buildable. And it leaves your skin dewy but fresh. It dries down really nice, like you don't feel cakey. And then it wore for 10 plus hours. Not joking. I've actually mixed these two together. Oh my gosh, even more dewy and pretty and long lasting. I took a nap the other day and it was still there. This foundation, like, it wore for 10 plus hours, and at the end of the night, yeah, my mascara looked really, really bad, and that was in a Makeup Revolution / new makeup video, which I will link for you guys as well. But this foundation wore so well. It didn't break down. It, like, on my nose, I got a lot of breakage, and it just, not breakouts, but breakage of the foundation. And it wore so well. Like, I didn't have to worry about, like, going in and retouching my nose, because the foundation didn't, like, you know, wash away or, you know, get clotty on my nose. Clotty is, you know what I mean? It wasn't breaking up on my face, and it was just absolutely stunning. So guys, I wanted to give you an update on the Patricia Bright collab, and I tried using, like, I used this collab in my new Makeup Revolution video, and while I would like to say that, like, there's some things in here that I just absolutely despise, like, but there's other things in here that are absolutely stunning when they are used not how you would think they're intended to be used, which is really funny. So in that video, I actually did a full, like, I used the blush, I used the bronzer, and I used, this is technically the highlighter, but it's like got a pinky sheen to it, and it's kind of like orange too. Like in the camera, I can't tell if you guys would be able to tell, but it is more of like a pinky orange like color. It's not exactly a highlight color that I like to use, but as a blush topper, like it is on my face today, oh my goodness, holy cow, like so pretty, and it makes you look naturally glossy without being like over the top. And some days, like, I don't even wear a highlight because I don't need it, because it just adds that little bit of extra topping to my blush and it just looks natural. So I have been using the blush a lot, and I think the blush is absolutely beautiful. Like, I love this color. I love that it's like bright and poppy. That's like a term that I always use, but it is bright. It is pretty. It goes really, really well on my skin, and it looks beautiful for somebody who is really, really fair toned. I think even somebody who has a little bit darker of a skin tone will get a lot of use out of this palette. As the bronzer goes, I usually use it more as like a bronzing topper to kind of like deepen up my bronze a little bit more instead of using it as just like the base layer of my bronzer. So like today I use some Hoola bronzer, which I also received in a Ulta Beauty haul, the new makeup that I posted. And so sometimes I'll just use this and I'll do the Hoola bronzer first, and then to deepen it up a little bit more, I put this bronzer on as well. And it is a really pretty bronzer, quite creamy, and it does have like a similar effect as the Hoola bronzer. I've just found that it doesn't have as great of a payoff as the Hoola bronzer does. Grabbing my bronzing brush here. So I feel like this one is just a little bit more, like it is warm on the swatch, but on my skin it looks almost like cool tone. But I'll kind of show you guys what I mean. So like I just pop it on top of the existing bronzer on my face, and it like deepens things up, and it just gives you a little added layer of bronze. Overall, the Patricia Bright palette, like I think this is absolutely stunning. I think I paid $12 for it, and it was worth like every single penny that I paid for. I have been using it consistently every single day since I filmed that video, and that video was filmed a couple of weeks ago. So I mean, it just posted, but I filmed it a couple of weeks ago. But it's absolutely, it's beautiful. Like the whole palette is pretty if you know how to use it and use it well. So let's talk about the Roxy collab. I tried this also in the same video, and I'm trying to give it love because I've been using so many other bronzers, and this is more of a contouring palette, but it has colors in here that work better as bronzers for me than what they do as an actual like super contour, like powder contour. I love the highlights in here though. They are so pretty, so stunning. They make you look kind of wet. You can also build it to like a more natural finish. Like today I actually used this color here, and I used it to kind of make myself look more sun-kissed than anything, like especially here in the corners, which you can't tell now because I just put on a different bronzer. But I did use it a little bit to kind of like warm up my nose, warm up my face, and I did really like the combination of it with the bronzer. It's like a bronzer topper, just like very, very lightly going in, and it gave me like this like glowy look instead of like a matte look, which I really enjoy. I think the highlights in here are very pretty, and they kind of remind me of there's a collab that they did with XoXo, and like they are really pretty. They do make my skin look glowy. Like it's subtle and it can be buildable, and I do like layering. So I love to layer highlighting like on my face. Like look how much more bright that is just by adding a little bit of this color to my face, and then it's just a little bit more of a subtle look. Now honestly, like these highlight shades kind of remind me of the Rach Loves collab with the way that they work, where you can layer them, and they're creamy, they are pigmented. I think this palette was like $12 on Ulta Beauty, but they had like a sale going on where if you bought two, you only paid $14. So for the Patricia Bright and the Roxy, I paid $14 for both of these. So I have been trying to give this some love. I've been trying to give it some love, but I definitely say like the highlights are a really good favorite of mine right now. I do really like the highlights. They're very creamy, they build up, and they create like to me this is like almost over the top, but it looks almost natural at the same time, like especially if I spray my face with a glowy setting mist, which is one that I've been using, and this is a favorite and I'm almost out of it. It is the Glow Mist with argan oil, propolis and argan oil. I can't read. Anyway, so this stuff is amazing. It smells really, really good too, but there's something in it. It has like an oil in it, if you guys can see, and it adds like this natural dew to my skin no matter how matte it looks. Like I sprayed this on my face yesterday after putting on a cream foundation, and it was just like it was so pretty. So let's show you guys what this does. It's a great makeup setting mist. Actually, I kind of use it like in between steps, and then I also use a setting spray like after everything's in place, and then I use this again so it kind of like glows everything up. But it adds like that dewiness to your skin, and I'm really sad because this is almost gone, but I bought another one. So this one is from Pixie by Petra, if I didn't say that before. But it is an amazing glowy setting spray mist thing, especially when you're doing it in between layers that you're putting on your face. So usually I do all my cream, I spray, I do all of my powder, I spray, and then I finish off my eyes and my lips, I spray, and then I use a setting spray, and then I spray this again to kind of like lock it all in, but give it like that really great dew. And it just like rehydrates your foundation if it looks cakey, or if it looks messy, if it looks like it's like clotting, I call it clotting, if it's breaking up on your face. Like if you use this and then just kind of like pat it into your skin, it like rejuvenates your makeup. Like look how pretty it just like, this is like the perfect summer mist. Like it's just, it's gorgeous. And the spray is like non-offensive. Like honestly, like one of the it's so good. Haven't really got a whole bunch of eyeshadows that I'm like dying to tell you about. Because I haven't really been, like I wear eyeshadows, but like lately it's just been more of like a natural makeup look, and then I'll use like a highlight palette and I'll just put some of the highlight on my eyes to give it kind of like that glowy look instead of like actually going all out and doing eyeshadow. Like I haven't been into doing my eyeshadow this month in particular, or like in past months. Just it's summer, I want to look natural and glowy. So I did use the All That Glitters from Makeup Geek. I actually got this when it was on sale on their website, so I did use this palette today, and yes, one of the shades broke, but it's still really, really pretty, and I ended up using it today. So I just wanted to kind of show you guys, like this is what I used today for this specific look. If you guys want to see a recreation of this look, let me know, leave a comment below. But I really just don't have any eyeshadows that have really stuck out as a favorite to me right now. More than anything, I have been using either the Roxy highlights, or I have been using the highlight in the Patricia Bright palette, and I dip my finger in and I just put a little bit of my eyes, and then I put mascara on. And as far as mascara goes, nothing really, there are no favorite mascara products right now. I have been using a couple that were just like in my stash, but so I've been using a Clump Crusher in combination with, this is a Unique Epic mascara, so I've been using these in combination with one of each other. I am wearing just the Epic mascara today. So those are just things that I've been using up. Are they favorites? No. For eyebrows though, I have been using the Hourglass one. That's the Arc Brow Micro Sculpting Pencil, and I do love this. I received it in a BoxyCharm, and I think it is really, really good. I love how small the pencil is, and I love that it does like really fine hairline strokes on my eyebrows, and I love that it comes with a spoolie. So I'll show you guys. It looks like I have an eyebrow on my hand, but here it is. Here are the like strokes that it gives you, and it just like fills in your eyebrows very naturally. And then you have the spoolie on the other end, so you can just like comb it up, fill them in, make them look pretty, and then you're done. And this is $28. This would definitely go in like a Sephora, you know, the $1,000 Sephora cart tag, which go check that out on my channel. Other than that though, like nothing in that department. I don't really wear lips a lot. I've been wearing more of a gloss. Alright guys, those are my favorites for this month. If you guys would like to see a product empty video so I can show you guys like what I have used up, what I did like, what I didn't like, things that didn't really make it on like the favorites list, leave a comment below. I would love to know what you guys think about that, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!